Hello everyone, this is Alex from Swoosh English and I am going to talk about OET Reading 2.0 today. But first off, I want to start with a story about my school days in order to illustrate the point that I'm making when it comes to OET Reading 2.0. So when I was at school, I was 15, 16 years old. I was in my last year of school, and in English class, I would get really anxious and worried when I was doing a reading paper. When I say a paper, a reading examination paper, and I would be doing my practice tests. True story. And I would look through the vocabulary, and there would be certain words that maybe I've seen before, but I don't fully understand the meaning of them. And because we weren't allowed dictionaries in the examination, I would get really anxious because, well, in my practice examinations, I would try to do the paper without a dictionary. But whether it was the practice exam or whether it was the real exam, I would get anxious and worried about it. And the information I'm going to share with you now, I wish I'd have had that information when I was younger. And perhaps my teacher told me back then, I can't remember the correct way of doing it, but I didn't really listen. And that's why I only got a grade B for English at GCSEs, which is the government UK English examination. So you'd expect an English teacher like me to be getting a grade A for English when I was at school, but I didn't. I got a grade B. And maybe the tip I'm going to give you today was probably one of the reasons why I only got a B instead of an A. But for all of you, you don't need grade A's, you need a grade B, and that's the main thing in order for you to become a medical professional here in the UK. So when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about the unfamiliar vocabulary. I'm talking about vocabulary you don't understand. Maybe you've never seen before, maybe you have, maybe you know the meaning, or maybe you don't know how it relates to the context, or maybe you just don't know what the hell this word means at all. And really what you should do, I'm going to take Part B OET Reading 2.0 as an example, and I'm going to talk about synonyms as well. So within the context of a paragraph, you might not know what a particular word means, some vocabulary there, but what you really need to do is you need to, grade section B and C is where you have a bit more time because you've got 45 minutes as opposed to reading part A where you've only got 15 minutes. So you really need to skim and scan the text very, very quickly, but you've got a bit more time with part B. And if you don't understand a particular word, so let's say you don't understand the word discard, okay, about discarding rubbish, disposing of rubbish, etc. Maybe it's a text which is all about hospital wastage and the safe and secure disposal of it. You look at the word discarded and you're thinking, I've never seen that word before. What does that mean? Well, what you could do is, in order for you to understand it and of course to answer the question, is to read the words around it. Read the words that form that paragraph, that form that sentence, and you could get a very good understanding of the context and of what the writer is trying to say. And you can stab at a guess on what it actually means because you've got the other words to help you. If you just had that one word with no context and no meaning, and the examination was, what does the word discard mean? Please give a definition. Then you might have serious difficulties because you've never seen that word before. But really read around those words, look at the context, look at the meaning, and this would really drastically help you when it comes to unfamiliar vocabulary, unfamiliar words, and even maybe might be a short 2 or 3 word phrase that you've never heard before as well. So that's what I would say to you before you panic, before you get scared in the real exam or in your practice examination. When you see vocabulary you don't know, try to think about the context, try to think about the meaning of what the writer is trying to say. So that's a very quick tip today. So you can implement this for part A, part B, part C, any English that you come across in the examination. It could even be in the speaking mock examination. Maybe the interlocutor asks you a question or provides information on their symptoms, for example, and you don't know what certain words mean. You can understand the context of it by really understanding the words that are associated with those words. So hopefully this video was helpful to you today. If you have any questions whatsoever about the video, please put them underneath and I would love to help you. If you're looking for updated OET 2.0 materials and your examination is coming up, I'd love for you to go to swooshenglish.com where we can provide you lots and lots of OET 2.0 materials, because I would love to see you pass. And then send me an email and say, hey Alex, your materials helped me to pass. I really appreciate it. So have a great rest of the day wherever you are.